I was trapped in the basement of the abandoned hospital, the only light coming from the flickering flashlight in my trembling hand. My breath echoed in the eerie silence as I strained to listen for the footsteps I had heard just moments before. They were getting closer. It all began when my friends and I decided to explore the old hospital on the edge of town. It had been shut down for years, a relic of the past left to decay. People said it was haunted, but we didn't believe in ghosts. We just wanted a thrill, something to break the monotony of our small-town lives. We broke in through a broken window and found ourselves in a dark, dusty hallway. The air was thick with the scent of mold and decay. As we ventured deeper, our flashlights revealed peeling paint, rusted equipment, and old medical charts scattered on the floor. The place was a maze of corridors and empty rooms, each more unsettling than the last. Halfway through our exploration, we heard it, a distant metallic clanging like someone dragging a chain. We froze, exchanging nervous glances. "Probably just the wind," Jake said, trying to sound confident. But I could see the fear in his eyes. We continued, but the sound followed us, growing louder and more distinct. Suddenly the lights in the hallway flickered and died, plunging us into darkness. We fumbled for our flashlights, their beams weak and shaky. That's when we heard the footsteps, slow, deliberate, and echoing through the empty halls. Panic set in, and we decided to head back the way we came. But the hospital seemed to have other plans. The hallways twisted and turned in ways they hadn't before, leading us deeper into the building instead of out. We stumbled upon a set of stairs leading to the basement, and in our desperation, we took them, hoping to find another exit. The basement was a nightmare. Old gurneys and medical instruments were strewn about, and the walls were covered in strange, faded symbols. As we moved through the labyrinth of rooms, the footsteps grew louder, closer, until they were right behind us. I turned a corner and found myself in a dead-end room filled with old filing cabinets and scattered papers. My friends were nowhere to be seen. I called out, but my voice echoed back at me, unanswered. That's when I heard the door creak open behind me. The flashlight beam revealed a shadowy figure standing in the doorway, its face obscured by the darkness. It took a step forward, and I could see the glint of something metallic in its hand. My heart pounded as I backed away, my mind racing for a way out. Suddenly, the figure spoke, its voice a harsh whisper.
"You shouldn't be here."
I bolted, darting past the figure and running blindly through the basement. The footsteps followed, relentless and terrifying. I rounded a corner and tripped over a pile of debris, crashing to the floor. The flashlight slipped from my hand and rolled away, plunging me into darkness. I scrambled to my feet, adrenaline pushing me forward. I found a door and yanked it open, praying it would lead to freedom. Instead, I stumbled into a small, cluttered room with no other exits. I was trapped. The footsteps stopped just outside the door. I could hear the figure breathing, could feel its presence. I backed into a corner, bracing myself for whatever was to come. But then, the footsteps retreated, and the door slammed shut, leaving me alone in the darkness. Hours later, when the first light of dawn filtered through a cracked window, I finally found my way out. My friends were waiting outside, pale and shaken but safe. We never spoke about what we saw, and we never returned to the abandoned hospital. To this day, I can't forget the shadowy figure and the words it whispered. "You shouldn't be here."